Well, good afternoon, good evening, maybe even good morning. Glad you're here. Um, I'm not really sure why. I don't know what triggered it, but I had a thought about an event in my life that radically changed my young perspective. Uh, an event that went on, I just turned 16. I had in my billfold a fresh driver's permit. Well, I'd driven tractors on the farm. I'd driven the hay truck. I knew how to operate the standard shift and those kinds of things. But what happened the day that I'm remembering was a day that my dad had some time and he wanted to know if I wanted to practice my driving skills. Mother and dad owned a 68 Chevrolet Caprice. I could tell you everything about it and bore you to death. All the mechanics, the size of the tires, the vinyl top, and all that goes along with it. But it was a normal day up until that point. We had driven around the big city of Louisa in far eastern Kentucky, stopped and started as I heard my dad calmly instruct me um, about what to do and what to watch for. We had driven out Old 3 and came to Clayton Lane, had made a turn through the nursing home parking lot, and were headed back home. And Dad told me to pick up speed. And as I did that, he said, okay, you need to start planning to stop at 3. I pressed my foot on the brake and it went to the floor. I turned to my dad with panic on my face, told him what had happened, and calmly, as if we were taking a walk in the woods, he said, okay, take your left foot down next to the left hand side of the car. There's an emergency brake. Press your foot on the brake and slowly depress it. We came to a slow, intentional stop. Dad and I switched seats. Um, but at that moment, it was kind of amazing because I was still reeling with the idea. No panic, no fear, just intentional instruction. And that huge car did exactly what it was engineered to do. You see, the rest of the afternoon, we spent time repairing the brake line on that old car. And then the next thing Dad said, okay, let's get back and practice. I was a little scared. He put me in the driver's seat again, but this time I had more information. I think it was his intentional way of telling me that even though I wasn't sure, he was firmly convinced that we could do this together. I'm not sure if anyone else would have reacted so calmly, collected, and intentional, but I know this. Listening to my father worked. My hero loved God. He adored my mother, was a strong provider for my sister, brother, and I. In fact, what a great example of how to handle tough situations. I think that day I started to understand that everything that happened to me was a learning experience, good, bad, or indifferent. And now I know all of those things are in preparation for me to be more like Jesus. But it also resolves the huge load of anxiety in my life. In fact, even though we don't like hardship, hardship has a purpose. It's an opportunity to grow stronger, to know more, but you have to get back behind the wheel. 1 Peter 1:7 says this: these trials have come so that your faith of greater worth than gold, which perishes even though refined by fire, may be proved genuine and may result in praise, glory, and honor when Jesus Christ is revealed. I pray that I can be even a little like my spiritual heroes. And may you get back behind the wheel for God's greater glory. Have a great day.